All right. Well, thank you very much.
What
Terrific.
account?
All right, here we are. This is the Buster Keaton. You know why they called him Buster, right?
Yes, I do know why. And by the way, Harry Houdini did not give him that nickname. That is a myth.
Okay, well, I thought it was his parents. He was in vaudeville, right, as a child, and part of the act was that they would throw him around.
No. Okay. When he was 18 months old, he took a tumble down a long flight of stairs without getting hurt at all. He sat up and he just shook it off. And there was an actor friend there. They were vaudevillians, and his name was George Parday. And he said, he's a regular Buster. And after this, Keaton's father just began to use the nickname to refer to him, Buster. He called him Buster.
Oh,
come here, Buster.
Well, he was also known as the Stone Face, Great Stone Face, because he has such a.
Yeah, and you'll see that in this film too. Now,
Wait,
look, you see the color? Okay,
yeah.
This is not colorized. This was one of the first uses of Technicolor. You can see how bad it is, right? It's really not perfect at all. You see the red strip on the left-hand side?
Yeah, I don't know. It still looks good. So this film wasn't black and white in 1925. It was technically Technicolor?
Well, okay. It will go on to be black and white. You see, what we're seeing in the beginning here is he's in love with a woman, Mary Jones. And we're seeing that part in color. Then the color will go away. Look at how the White House looks a little blue. You see that? And you see the red bleed to the left.
Well, I have some bad news, Carl. That dog is long dead.
Oh, yeah, of course. Everyone in this film is long dead. Watch how the dog grows. You see, it says, in the summer, he loved her, but he never said, I love you. And then in the fall, he loved her, but he never said, I love you. And then in the winter, they go through all the seasons. And watch how the dog grows each scene.
How did they do it? Is that CGI? Practical special effects?
No.
They really wait 6 months?
No, they didn't. It's all set. They spent the money on making it look like
dogs.
winter.
They didn't spend any money.
They got different dogs. That's right.
They went to the Hollywood Dog Bar and said, hey, Rummies, you want to work for a day? Because Hollywood dogs drank back then.
Yes, but we're talking about 1925 when this was filmed. So it wasn't the big heyday of that famous bar or anything. That would be in the 40s, right?
The Formosa Bar? Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look how big the dog is now.
Wow. He thought of everything. And the grass is still cut, though.
Okay, now his name is Jimmy, and Jimmy Shannon, and he is partners with a guy named Barnes, Billy Meakin in the thing. They're stockbrokers, and they got into some trouble. And unless they come up with a lot of money right away, they're going to be humiliated, they're going to be in financial ruin, and they might go to jail.
No, I thought Jimmy's last name was Protector.
It's Shannon.
Oh, okay. It's not Jimmy Protector?
No, it's Eat World is his last name. Now here's a lawyer outside. Now this guy has got a homely face, and he was in three Buster Keaton movies, but he got a lot of work back in the day because of his homely face. His name is, check out his name. It's Snitz Edwards. Snitz Edwards.
Snitz. What a wonderful name. I haven't yet to meet a Snitz.
He has a very expressive face, and he is homely and ugly. And so many directors were like, you're perfect.
We haven't seen his face yet. It's like side. Okay, let's see. Come on, give me a full view camera.
Oh, don't worry. This film is, you'll definitely see this guy all throughout this film.
Now, does Buster direct these movies?
Yeah, he directed this. Absolutely, he did.
I've seen this movie a few times, and when I found it in the public domain list, I had to say, Carl, we have to do this film. It's great. I love this film.
And you know what? He did not love this film. I don't know if you know that. He really didn't like this film. Okay, so there was a Broadway play, and it was called Seven Chances, and it's by Roy Cooper Megru. Megru. Roy is spelled R-O-Y, so I guess he's French. And it was like,
that's French for king, right?
if you say, and in 1916 is when it did like 151 performances. It was very, very popular. But a guy named Joseph Schneck, who was a Russian-born like film studio executive, he bought the rights. Now, Buster Keaton owed this guy a lot of money. Watch him push him down the stairs. Watch this.
Well, we don't see him tumble.
Right. Now, here's a really interesting thing. Right now, the lawyer is playing the like, will I ever win guy? And he bests this other guy. See how he steals his taxi?
Yeah.
That's really odd. That's really not the way you do it in comedy. You know what I mean?
Well,
like his character is supposed to be like, he's pursuing these guys, but he keeps failing.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's in character. He's trying to chase Buster, and he
had to get going.
Necessary.
Gotcha.
Oh, brown and white. There was no yellow cabs in silent movies. It was just
now watch how Buster thumbs him away. Get rid of this guy, would you?
He's like 4'5" in this.
Now in 1986, I worked in Montclair as a taxi driver before college. I didn't go straight to college, and I worked for both brown and white and yellow. Brown and white cab. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a brown and white cab in here, so this brings back memory.
That's right.
Windowgram.
Now, this is saying, James Shannon, I bequeath you a fortune. It's a relative who died.
Bequeath.
Now they want to listen to him.
Oh, right. He's getting kicked out. So is this like their private estate, or is this like a
It's a country club. It's a country club.
Wow, what a long way to get kicked out.
They're rich stockbrokers, you know, and stockbrokers in their day didn't make their money when the stocks went up. They make their money when people placed orders. So being a stockbroker was really quite different before, like Nixon era, losing the gold standard, before things changed. The Dow stayed at 2000 for decades.
No, the big crash was probably what, 29, if I remember my history.
Yeah. That's, well, you were very young then.
I was like negative something.
Now watch how the glasses fall off. There's a million little funny things in this film. Like they pulled over two chairs and then they both sat on the table.
Right. Well,
now watch, his glasses fall again. So now Buster holds them up for him.
Can you imagine the guy playing piano? It's like in the Nickelodeon. Whoop, whoop,
well, this one's got a full band. Oh, of course, Make Me a Liar. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. My kid's practicing. Ryan,
cut it out.
I'm recording my podcast.
Silent movie.
Ryan,
I dare you play the piano.
Hey, you know what? That piano in the other room. I am to carry the piano in the other room, Dad. Yes, please.
Yes, please. Can you take it outside? Want me to carry it outside? Yeah.
Yes, please.
Actually, you know what? His piano playing syncs with the movie.
Okay, so what's happening here is they're like, "Yay, we inherited $7 million. We're rich. We're saved. We won't go into ruin." But he goes, "Yeah, providing that you're married by 7 p.m. on your 27th birthday." And so they're like, "When's your 27th birthday?" And Buster Keaton with this great stone face is like, "Today."
They never called it the Great Stone Face in 1920. They called it the Great Resting Bitch Face.
The Great Stone Face was something that came after all of his films were made. And there's a myth that he never smiled or laughed on camera. That's just not true.
That's not true.
No.
He did a movie called 7 Days where he gets married and he has like a portable house that he builds. And you know, he smiles at his newlywed. It's a great film. The house goes completely awry. They try to build a house and it just gets completely wrecked. And then
You're serious? It's called 7 Days?
Yeah, I think it's Buster. It might be
And,
Harold.
and this is Seven Chances. Okay,
Oh, look at
now,
that blackface.
yeah, but
First of
it's
all,
not really blackface. He's just all black, right? It isn't a guy pretending to be a black performer.
I disagree. I think it's a white guy who's painted up as black to
It is a white guy. No, you're right. It is a white guy painted up as black. But what I'm saying is the traditional blackface is I'm
like a minstrel
pretending.
show.
What?
Like a minstrel show. Like it
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah. But clearly, see, this is all funny stuff, man. Like he was practicing what to say, not knowing she was right behind him. Will you marry me? And she goes, yes. And he's like, whoa. He's such a great comedic actor,
Yeah.
pretending to be nervous, pretending to be offended.
So two of my heroes are like Buster Keaton and Harold Lloyd, but you look at the way they dealt with their finances, and Harold Lloyd had it together. He owned
Yeah.
his films. He
Uh-huh.
was able to buy an estate called Green Acres. He pursued it. He did some talkies.
Right.
Buster Keaton, on the other hand, lost it, and he lived on the lot in the movie theater, the
Yeah.
movie studio, and they're available. I've seen him. He's done a couple of talkies with Jimmy Durante, and it's like, what? No beer? It's like the pot comedies of the 40s. 30s. It was kind of like prohibition comedies where they just get drunk, and it was not a good look because he was a bad drunk, Buster.
Yeah, he used to get angry. Now, the reason he's doing this film is he owed money to the executive, Joseph Schneck. He owed him money, and to settle his debt, he said, fine, I'll direct this film. See, Schneck bought this with, not, he bought the rights thinking about, there was a woman named Natalie Talmadge who's he's married to. There's a woman named, okay, there were three sisters, Norma, Constance, and Natalie Talmadge, and they're a big deal, man. There is a book in these women. And Buster married Natalie. And Schneck thought, like, this is a good project for you, and he didn't want to do it. He hated the play. He said that it was, let's see, he used some word. He owed money to this guy Schneck, and he had to make the film. He called it a sappy farce. That's the term he used. But he did it. He wanted to get out of debt. I don't owe you anymore.
So yeah, he seems
Schneck
like
paid
a guy.
about $25,000 for the rights to this film, which was a big deal back then.
We got to give it up to the flapper secretary.
Yeah, she's good. I don't know her name. By the way, there's so many people in this film and almost no one's credited. Okay, look, the phone is off the hook. So he goes to Mary and says, would you marry me? Right? And then he's honest with her because I've got to marry somebody before 7 p.m. And she goes, what? I got to marry someone. It might as well be you. And this offended her. So now she's going to call Buster and think, but the phone is already off the hook. And back then, it would just go right through. So she's overhearing Buster confess his total love for Mary Jones. And Mary realizes now, it isn't just that he needed to marry someone. He absolutely loves me. And he should, if he's going to marry anyone, it's going to be me. So now she wants to send the guy in blackface, although it's not blackface, to give him a note. It's really bad. It's obviously a Caucasian person with like shoe polish all over him.
It's not the first white guy in this movie who's dressed like that. And you know what? I thought about it for a while because during like comic strips during the 20s and I guess the turn of the century, they had this thing called immigrant humor where they would make fun of like, the Captain Hammer kids and shit like that.
Yes.
And I see that humor. It's not just going after black people. It's, you see that for different ethnicities as well. And I don't know if it's just like the humor of the time or, like making fun of immigrants.
There is no reason to make this person African American, which is the wrong term for this film. There's no reason to do it at all. I mean, he's a guy who is delivering a note. He gets on a horse and he's going to give a note to Jim Shannon. No reason for him to be black at all. So I don't know.
So she's writing, Dear President, Dear Biden.
Don't you dare
Technically, you did not
marry
win.
anyone else but me. I'll be here all day.
That's what Trump wrote when he left the office. That was the exact letter he gave to Biden.
Mhm.
Ooh, political humor on our show. Yeah, I think he's trying to be funny. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like trying to be like, I'm the dumb African American, but
Do you
I
think
don't
Jimmy
know.
Kimmel saw this movie and said, "Oh, this would make a great Carl Malone"?
Should I get that? Is Jimmy Kimmel do a character named Carl Malone? I don't know what that is. Look
So
how he puts his feet up.
so Jimmy Kimmel was a radio guy, and he used to do his impression of Carl Malone. When he had the Man Show, he did a video clip, and to play Carl Malone, he painted himself in black, the entire body,
Uh-huh.
and he still gets shit for it now.
Okay.
But he would say, "Oh, I was just playing a person."
Uh,
You got it. You know, if someone looks at it and gets offended, 2 seconds after you do it or 20 years after you do it,
yeah.
it might be an issue.
Yeah, right. You can't just say, I was just,
Yeah, you
well,
got to acknowledge it. Oh, what an ass!
now look, I just want to say something about Buster Keaton. From 1920 to 1929, he was great, but then he lost his artistic independence when he signed with Metro Goldwyn
Yeah.
Mayer. That's when he began to descend into alcoholism. Okay, here are his 7 chances.
Lesbian,
Probably.
right?
Probably.
Yeah. She's wearing a suit.
These are his 7 chances to get married. And they write down the 7 chances on a piece of paper. But the funny thing is, they use their real names. See?
The actress's name?
That's right. These are all, except for 2 of them, these are all very famous silent film actresses. And
Playing
none of them get
themselves.
credits in the credits.
So weird. It's a nice touch, I guess.
This is Eugenia Gilbert. She was a very famous silent film actress. She was born in East Orange, New Jersey. And he
Wow.
asks her, this is his first chance. Would you marry me?
She said, "Sure. Where are you from?" He goes, "I'm from Montclair." He goes, East Orange and Montclair,
Right,
no deal.
that's right. Rivalry. No one
Rivalry.
gets that, but a small subset of people. Your brother will get that. My brother
yeah.
will get that.
Yeah, our brothers will find that funny. Oop, awkward.
Upward. She's getting, she's laughing, and they're all looking like, you want to marry? I mean, that's what's going to happen at this country club. He's going to go around saying to people, will you marry me? And it's just going to get around that that's what he's doing. So that's Eugenia Gilbert.
We should mention that this was remade in 1999.
Yeah, it was.
The Bachelor.
This was remade several times.
Yeah, but The Bachelor was in San Francisco, and it has the famous scene of all these bridesmaids running up the hill chasing after him.
Yeah, that was Renee Zellweger.
And
Yep.
Mariah Carey is one of the women that chase after Chris O'Donnell.
I'm not recommending it. I mean, there was a Three Stooges film called Brideless Groom, which was, and another one called Husbands Beware, which was also Three Stooges. That was pretty much this film. There was a French one. This has been done many times. And they suspect that the play wasn't the first one. They suspect that there was this movie. Let me see it here. This inspired by pioneer filmmaker Alice Guy Blanche's 1913 short film Matrimony Speed Limit, 1913. It portrays a man whose girlfriend makes him think he has to marry before noon to inherit money from his aunt.
That was the name of my band, Matrimony Speed Limit.
Matrimony Spiegelman. Okay, this is Doris Dean, and she will marry Fatty Arbuckle.
Wow.
Fatty Arbuckle and Buster Keaton were great friends. And so that's his second chance, Doris Dean. So look, he crosses it out. Second chance crossed out.
I was always wondering where the title 7 Chances came from.
Yeah.
Because it keeps
at the country club
when you're 27. I'm like Jim Carrey with the number 23. I see 7 everywhere.
Now his partner will propose to the next one. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Here's the third chance. This is Judy King. And now
She
I
looks
don't know
great.
who this hat girl is, but she's very funny. I could not find out who she is from my research.
I love the hairstyle.
Yeah,
Hologram.
it's great. Judy King, and she was another big actress in she
I
shreds
wonder.
the dough. Yeah.
Then he just walks away. He does this a lot, right? Like
Yeah.
he just walks away from
He
everyone.
takes it. Right. He's
Yeah.
a great comedic actor. Now his partner, Billy Meakin, will now propose to the next one for. Now look, this guy was in over 50 films, but he's best known for this, Seven Chances. But he's also in. W.C. Fields did a comedy called It's a Gift,
I love that movie.
1934. Okay, so this guy was the insurance salesman who was looking for Carl Lafong.
Yeah. All right. Wow.
Carl Lafong, capital L, small a, capital F, small O. So he retired from movies in 1935 and he died 2 years later, but he made his mark with that W.C. Fields film and this one. Even though he was in 50 films, those were the 2 that he gets remembered for. His name is T. Roy Barnes.
Huh.
Not
Oh, so he,
Barnes. It's T. period Roy Barnes.
okay. And then what's the capitalization of the name? Capital
T is
T.
capital. Yeah. Capital T, period, capital R, O, Y.
E.
Now look at that face, huh?
That face, huh?
Look at that face. Oops. Not me. Oh, she's disgusted. This is Hazel Dean, and I don't know if she's related to Doris Dean, who's Fatty Arbuckle's fiance, who will marry her, then divorce her, then sue him for unpaid alimony.
It's insane. I read a great book about Fatty Arbuckle because I'm obsessed with San Francisco and he about
Now
the murder.
he was accused of some crime he didn't commit.
It was her name was Rapé, Virginia Rapé. It's pronounced Rapé, and there was a big party. He had this customized car with like a bar in there, and he would drive from LA to San Francisco for the party, and this woman died at a party, and it just became a huge scandal, and it killed his career. Fatty Arbuckle shows up in a movie called Hollywood, and this is after the controversy after the case, and it was like kind of a comeback. It was kind of like if O.J. Simpson showed up in something a couple years later
And got popular from it.
Yeah. But I tried looking for that movie on YouTube. You try typing in Hollywood and see what you get, right? The movie's not going to pop up. They might as well call the movie The for all I care.
Yeah, but you didn't put in like Arbuckle. What you
Yeah,
can
it doesn't pop up.
Hollywood and Arbuckle in Google and then click on the videos tab.
Let me see. I will try. That's a good call because I would love to see that movie. I've seen a bunch of Fatty Arbuckle. The guy's funny.
Now, I think it's very funny, the sixth chance. Now, I said that all the chances, but for 2, were very famous people in silent films. But this one, number 6, Connie Evans, this is her first film ever, and she was a talkies actress in the 1940s. But she has titles like Showgirl and Woman, and they're almost all uncredited. She was in Sabotage Squad as flower shop clerk.
Here's your flower, Mr. Squadron Leader.
Right. She was in The Black Parachute as Mountain Woman.
Here's your brush, Parachute Patrol. Thank you, Mountain Woman.
Now, this is a very famous woman. Her name is Jean Arthur, but she's not famous yet. She will go on to have this squeaky frog-like voice in the talkies. And she was in Mr. Deed Goes to Town. She was in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Here's your hat girl.
She's great. Watch. No tip. She's not going to give the hat without a tip.
Ooh.
Another chance.
Hello. Oh, I think this is my joke.
She was in Secrets of the Underground as phone operator. She was in The Redhead from Manhattan as club patron.
Brunette. See, this movie is all about reveals. He's going to propose, and then they show something. There's
The
a baby.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah, right. See, he does stuff like that. He does stuff. He won't go with a Jewish girl. He won't go with an African American girl. He won't go with the girl with the baby. Look how funny she is. He's gonna ask her to marry, and she goes, no, before he even says anything. I wish I knew who she was. She's really good.
Yeah.
Now,
and that's it. She's gone. He's got his hat.
Look, now here, for the first time, he's going to have some success. Do you think anybody would marry me?
Completely out of the blue.
Boom. Yes, I will marry you. You want to get married with someone? Will you marry me today? Here's all his 7 chances.
No. They're laughing at Buster, but not in a good way.
Right. And now Buster's like, oh, yeah? Come along, my fiance.
8th chance. Number 8.
Right. But check this twist. It's really funny. Here comes Mom. And Mom's like, hey, what the heck? Now, I know we're not from the 20s, but this is traditional kids wear. It's a kid's girl.
Oh, back in the 20s, they would say, heck, they would say, what in the bee's knees?
Yeah, right. What in the cat's pajamas?
What in the cat's pajamas?
Now it's back to laughing at Buster. He shut him up for a minute. Now, this car is a very famous car, by the way. It's called a 1922 Mercer Series 5 Raceabout. And it was, Oh, wait, this is funny. Right. He sees that
the track.
Jim Shannon is coming, right? He sees, goes, oh, Jim. And he gets a sign that says stop.
Right.
Check it out. It's pretty funny.
Oh, no, but he has it on the wrong side.
Right. You already know it.
I saw it parading down Broadway.
Go.
So well done. And he looks at the sign and says stop.
Gone.
Yeah.
Whoa, careful. The General just rolled through.
Yeah, The General. Another public domain movie this year. You know what book is now in the public domain? The Great Gatsby. And they've already announced a Muppet movie, Great Gatsby.
Gotcha.
So there's going to be, a lot more. Oof.
Now, this woman's, her name, he proposes to that woman in the car. Her name's Marion Hallan, and she was born in New Jersey. But she was born in a town I never heard of. It's called West End, New Jersey.
West End?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like what a neighborhood in a town, not a. So
now, in the Christopher Nolan movie, doesn't he tip his hat and say, "You're going to be a billionaire if you marry me"?
And I don't know about that. Now, wait. Here is a very insulting, right? See, as soon as he finds out that this lady's reading a Hebrew newspaper,
he leaves.
Mike, you know that Hebrew is read right to left. So I don't know if she's really Jewish because she's reading it wrong.
Look, he just walks away. Classic.
Now we have another huge insult.
Yeah, he sees a woman. All right, I'm going to predator her.
Girl. I'll ask her to marry me.
Well, look how he does this. Again, blackface.
Is it? I think maybe.
Yeah, I think it's a guy.
Yeah, I think it's a dude.
Then he walks off. Now, what's wrong with her? She's Italian?
No, she's a mannequin is what's wrong with her. We'll get the joke. What? Huh? So now this doesn't make any sense. He should leave there now, but he doesn't. He goes in and he thinks this other one's a mannequin and she's not. It doesn't make sense why he's doing this.
He's just curious. He saw the first one.
Right.
The first time I saw that bit where he
I got to talk about this car. It's a big deal. It's called the Mercer Series 5. It was America's first sports car. Now, in 2019 at auction, it was in excellent condition. It got $300,000. So he was in a quality car right there.
I think all those silent movie stars just max out these weird, custom built cars.
Hmm.
None of them are safe. I mean, can you imagine driving within a mile on that thing?
Right. Now, this name, Julian Eltinge, he was a very famous cross-dresser. He was a female impersonator. And so that's our joke. He got beat up. And
Oh,
he takes the bribe back from the dude. Watch him take the money back, and the guy doesn't object.
that guy's late for The Grapes of Wrath. Extra, movie proceeds.
Now,
Only 15, half hour left in the movie.
Now, as you know, this was the internet to people. I mean, this was, papers came out in the morning and in the afternoon and in the evening. Things changed, and so here his partner is advertised, we want a bride. He'll get $7 million if there is a bride. So come on down to the church at 5 o'clock, and if you get selected, you'll be married to Jimmy.
He has proposed to everything in skirts, including a Scotchman.
Yeah, which is a kilt. He almost got kilt when he did it. So here he comes to the church.
Yeah.
Because that was the arrangement. Meet me at the church and I'll have a girl for you. That's all he heard. He doesn't hear, I'm going to go to a newspaper and make it publicly known that you're an heir to $7 million if you get married.
I like how the placard insults Scotchmen. Like they couldn't do it in the movie. They're like, who else can we insult?
And it was cool to insult. Listen, pretty much this was a white person's country. And that's not even fair, because you can be Italian or Irish, and you know what I mean? It was if you're from England and some of Germany, this was your country. Everyone else.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's immigrant humor. People were coming into the United States, and people were seen, and people were living, and this was kind of the humor of it, I guess.
Now, that might be Natalie Talmadge that we just saw, his sister-in-law. Because It just says woman in car. So that's the only time, besides the woman he proposes to, there's a woman in a car. So you can see everyone's coming there, and they've got the newspaper, and they're all dressed as brides.
Right. Now, is this Los Angeles?
I think, yes. I don't know from the internet. Now, look, there's going to be a small crowd. You can see she's the first one to show up, but like 8 people are going to show up. Listen, I looked up her credits. I could find out who she is, but it's all movies you never heard of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I just want to say one thing, because our 7 chances are gone. So there was a woman named Pauline Toller, and she was one of the chances, but this was the only movie she was in ever, and she might be the author of this book called The Adventures of Nancy in Sweden in 1922. When movies get so old, you cannot do real research on them, because you only have what was left behind, and everyone's dead. Yeah, and the print. There's only 3 prints of the film.
These films, they don't really people don't really focus on the individual actors. I mean, it's more about Buster Keaton and more about the comedies of the time, and just
Now,
wow, look at it.
Yeah, it's going to get fucking nuts up in here, Mike. I mean, even back then, when everyone read the paper, I do not believe they would have this kind of turnout. But check it out. Now, here comes our African-American friend, or should I say, you see how tall he is, Mike?
Yeah.
That's because his knee growed.
All right, I'm out of here.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for watching our show.
Oh, my God.
Now they're like, I'm wildly successful with my paper. I love the way they do the exaggerated hand gestures. It's almost as if they're on a stage, and they do it great.
He flops that newspaper. He's like, check it out.
Clap. Whap. Yeah. and if he didn't do that, Buster Keaton would go, no, do it again.
Yeah.
Look, it's about to get crazy up in here, boy.
So how did they get all these people? I mean, like if we were watching this movie 100 years ago, we'd be like, "Oh my God, it's so nuts."
Now, if you go to IMDb and it says full cast, you'll find about 8 of these people. You see her sitting there, and the
Yeah.
first ones who showed up, and then there's another woman going to sit next to her. Like, they're credited. The rest are just a crowd.
So is he like not realizing there's a million women behind him?
Right. He's about to do that. It's a silent movie double take. Huh? He goes, whoa! What the? What? He sees it in the paper. Now they're going to recognize him. Now they're going to recognize him. It's going to get crazy.
Well, he's the only guy in there who's not in blackface.
She looks at the picture and she's like, hey, good looking. They all are. Now the preacher is going to come out and say, look, obviously someone played a practical joke on all you ladies. And when he does that, they're going to get mad at him like, you were just joking with us.
Yeah.
So right now they all want him, and later they're all going to hate him. Now watch.
Will they chase after him?
He goes under the pews. He's really creative the way he disappears.
He goes pew pew.
That joke was not funny, Mike. P.U.
Oh, you need a particular sense of humor for that one.
You know, he also edited this film, not just directed it.
It's great. It's a really like tightly directed film.
And he was also a producer. Now, this other producer, Joseph Schneck, the film executive, right? He was in this payoff scheme he paid off the unions, and he got paid off by them, and he got income tax evasion, and he went to prison, and then he was pardoned by a president. I mean, he got a presidential pardon. Then he goes to 20th Century Fox after he gets out, and he becomes infatuated with Marilyn Monroe, and he played a key role in launching her career.
Weird.
This guy made his mark on the world. He just didn't force Buster Keaton to make this film.
All right, so he's kind of under there. Oh, I remember this scene.
Now he'll get the note from Mary. Now he'll finally find out that Mary is very willing to marry him. Very willing.
So he's done. That's only at least 100 women there, right?
Yep. This was a box office success, a big deal. This made almost $600,000, and back then that was a lot of money.
You know, like people say, like, well, Buster Keaton did this movie and this movie. Seven Chances eventually gets brought up, but it's it's one of his best.
It's funny how he doesn't think so. He even wanted it not to be part of his. Gosh, I have it written here somewhere. He wanted it to be like not part of the. This is what it is. It isn't in front of me right now, but he didn't want it restored. People were like restoring old films, and he would try to ban his own film. Now, there's some crazy people in this world. They're called the International Buster Keaton Society. It's basically a fan club, but they are crazy. And they did the Seven Chances bridal run in the streets of Michigan in 2010.
How funny.
Muskegon, Michigan. And they have a convention every year. Now, I told you about Talmadge. Melissa Talmadge Cox is the granddaughter of Buster Keaton, and she goes and speaks with them. It was founded in 92. By the way, the whole bit here is he wants to know. He now knows he will get back to Mary before 7. So he wants to find out what time it is. And we all this hilarity about how he just can't find out the time.
He was trying to look at that lady's ankle watch, but she took it the wrong way.
Yeah. And why would she have I guess, I don't know.
So when she goes to get her shoes signed, people can make sure they're doing it in time to find out. I don't know.
Now, look, here's a bum drunk who spent all day sleeping, right? And he's mad at the alarm. So he throws it and flings out the window. Bomb. Did you see? He was a stuntman, by the way.
Yeah, he hit the head, but also Buster he nailed it. He got nailed in the head on that one. Taxi.
Yeah, that's what he did. Now you're from San Francisco. You've got your. I know you have
Yeah,
your own trolley.
Yeah,
Okay,
we have
look,
trolleys everywhere.
the women find him. The women find him, and they're mad. And that's what we're going to get now. A long segment of "Come
Look how
Back
it
Near You."
builds. It's so funny just how it builds like that. You see everyone covered. He's so oblivious to shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he knows by now. I think he must
Well,
know by
what?
now, right?
No, but that's the thing. When he turns around and checks it out, like he always has this great double take reaction. Look at the cars. There's even some Model Ts and Model As. See,
Yeah.
this. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That's not true. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That is not true. This is a time before mass production. So every car you see was like made, like one dude made it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It
Look at
wasn't
it.
an assembly line. Look, see, now he sees them and he freaks. Now, look, I don't get this scene. They want to throw bricks at him or something. It's
Yeah,
a
like
very
Crazy
funny
Cat.
scene, but
Well, it was Crazy Cat at the time. Throwing bricks at the people you love was very popular.
see, look at the bricks
What?
Mason too. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Wait
And
till
he
I
gets
tell the Masons about
frustrated.
this.
All his bricks are gone. He goes, "Damn it!" And he goes home. I'm going
I'm
home.
out of here. Buster, I'm done. Now there's horses in this movie too. It's not just these custom built cars.
Well, it's 1925, and I wouldn't call them custom built as much as there just was no mass production. You could
Yeah.
absolutely go to a car dealership. It's just that, like today, when you go to buy a boat, it might have been not handmade, but they're made one at a time. They're made to order, not
He just runs right into them.
right. You're going to see a lot of that. They go on to like the thing about football is it's dangerous and you have, people get really hurt. And so they wander onto a football field and really hurt the players, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. They have their 1920s helmets to protect them.
Yeah. Oh, here it is, coincidentally. Watch, they have a big scrum. And that's the joke, is to say, no, this is poorly acted because some of the people fall down early
Whoa.
because they know they have to be all collapsed when
Right.
the
That all these
crowd
motor-
leaves. Yeah.
But did you see Buster leap over them?
That was funny.
Oh. Here's Will Smith, Dr. Will Smith.
Every single
Concussion.
Every single one is heard. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
That's a great movie.
Every single one of them is heard. Whoa, there he goes.
There we go. Why did I go down Main Street?
So look,
Taxi.
here's more hilarity because they just kick the trolley driver out.
Oh.
And they drive the train.
He does that double take. Oh, I can't
there-
believe it.
Yeah, there's a cop.
That's yeah.
Now Keaton hops on the back. Now look, this is
How
dangerous.
nuts is that?
You could really get hurt. Watch how he's
Yeah.
gonna have a crash. That's for real.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're after him.
Yeah. Now the
Next
thing
up.
is, okay, he knows he's safe in here. Only men are allowed. But it's Ladies' Day.
Oh God, I remember Ladies' Day at the Turkish bath.
Yeah, I never really went to a bath in Turkey. I went to a Turkish
Turkish bath.
bath, but
It was a Turkish bath.
yeah,
You know,
a Turkish bath is like a chicken bath. It's not turkey
You-
broth. It's Turkish.
Turkish broth.
Now look,
You ever
he's
think-
trying to hide with the cops, but when the cops see the mob, they run. And
they
once
leave him
again,
walk-
Buster Keaton.
Yeah, he's still marching along.
Don't. Look at these LA homes, man.
Oh.
What a different time.
Well, because again, I'm going to bring up the Bachelor in San Francisco. They use all the, they run up Nob Hill and all this stuff, and it's distinctive. It's plays part of it. But a lot of time in the movies, they just shoot it where their studio is.
Yes. Now, apparently there was a Damfino boat, in this short film called The Boat. And so hardcore Buster Keaton fans call themselves Damfinos.
Oh,
And I don't know, this Buster Keaton Society, I think it's just a little overboard. We should just like him, that's all. Keaton later called this his least favorite film, and he tried to keep film historian Raymond Rohar from restoring the only known copy of the movie. Luckily, he failed.
yeah. Luckily, he failed. Well, all right. So you should check out a movie called What No Beer. It's the talkie with Buster Keaton and
Okay. What?
and also
No beer? Question mark.
So I think I don't recall if we tried to do this movie on our show. It was on YouTube in 10-minute segments. But Samuel Beckett made a film called Film, and it had Buster Keaton in it. It was from the 60s, and it was about an old man, Buster Keaton, and a young boy who's actually James Karen from those Pathmark commercials. You remember those Pathmark commercials? You got 24 hours to save.
That's right. Pathmark. And the guy who was on the Jeffersons, and he's been in one of our movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was in Hard Bodies too. That was the
right.
film we saw.
Yeah. He was the director. He was the co-director.
Yeah. So he actually befriended Buster Keaton, and he's been on a lot of TCM documentaries talking about his friendship and just how Buster was treated and stuff like that. He has his own Buster Keaton hat. So he's interesting. He really loves Buster Keaton. He hosted a documentary about him, but it was rough for Buster.
Well, once he joined Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, and he was like under the thumb of people, and he had to do stuff he didn't want to do. That's when he started to drink.
Yeah.
He lost his wife.
Oh, from to the drink.
Yeah.
Did you see the movie Mank on Netflix? They have like Metro being a hard ass or Mayer being a hard ass to Joseph Mankiewicz and Orson Welles. What
was the name of the movie?
Mank, M-A-N-K. Just got nominated for Golden Globes.
It's on Netflix.
It's a. If you've seen Citizen Kane, it's about the writer who wrote it and his previous relationship with like Mayer and politics
and Rosebud. Okay, so now he like goes into the wilderness, and we're going to have lots of hilarity. You can see that he's dragging along a barbed wire fence. It's got to be hurting him, and he's going through. Look, he knocked over none of the bees. They're like,
Carl, you didn't tell me this was a bee movie.
This is a bee movie, and there's going to be a bull, and okay, so the funniest thing in this whole movie, and it's the thing that Buster Keaton thinks saved the movie, and I don't agree with him like that, but the funniest thing in this whole movie happened by accident. The movie used to end when it would fade out with the mob of women still running after him, but he couldn't come up with any better ending. So he was giving a preview, just to see audience reaction. And he was running down this steep slope, and by mistake, he like dislodged some rocks, and they were rolling down. And so in real life, to not get smushed, he jumped out of the way. Well, that got the hugest laugh, the biggest laugh of the whole thing. So Keaton stopped everything, and he went back and he reshot a film. He reshot a scene in which that is exactly what happens.
Where the fuck is he now? Is he in the Meadowlands?
Yeah, right. He's in Secaucus, New Jersey with the turtle on his tie.
Prop turtle.
Duck hunters, by the way. He just wanders into the wilderness and they chase him.
Yeah, because we went to Los Angeles to fucking Secaucus, New Jersey.
I guess this can't be I don't know if this is Los Angeles, because would it be so green? Although here we see a little desert.
How green is your valley?
Good.
They chase that from Hill and Dale.
Now she goes, I know a shortcut.
What are they going to do? They're going to make him marry all of them?
No, they want to kill him. They think that he was a practical joker fucking with them.
Yeah, impractical joker even. Whoa!
See, that was for real. He is a stuntman. Now look at this. He doesn't do it, but watch what he'll do. This is for real. Now you saw the film clip, right? You saw it? That's because he had to jump on something that was sturdy. He couldn't jump on something that was insecure and would fall. You see,
Well, look at its flips.
this is all real life Buster Keaton doing stunts. Now look, you see, he dislodged the rocks.
Yeah.
This is the scene that he thinks saved the movie. And when everyone laughed, he went back and filmed this all.
I need more rocks.
They're all, by the way, they're paper mache, and only once or twice, but you see it bonk him, bounce right off him. Most of the time he's dodging.
So he shot this. They paper mache all these rocks after the scene was shown to an audience, and he said, "We got to add more rocks."
No, he was showing a preview to a crowd, and part of it, he was running through Secaucus, New Jersey, and he dislodged a few rocks, and they began to roll towards him, and he jumped out of the way, literally, not to get hurt. And everyone cracked up. So he conceptualized this whole scene in which I'll dislodge a few rocks, it'll turn into an avalanche.
Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, and watch what happens to this tree.
That's an insane jump, though. Like humans can't. Oh.
There's a reason that he became. See,
Nuts.
Yeah, that's a heavy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was a fake tree, but he's always.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's going to take shelter, and he'll find a little refuge from the boulders.
Good. Yeah, it's stressing me out. Multi-ball.
150 paper mache chicken wire fakes, various sizes from 8 feet. The largest was 8 feet in diameter.
It would hurt regardless.
No. If it was paper mache, it really wouldn't hurt, even if it had been rolling for a long time.
Yeah.
Because chicken wire and paper mache, they just look, see, isn't that funny? The thing that was saving him.
Yeah. Well, he gives that look like, oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh, we got 9 more minutes.
Right. He has 9 more minutes. Now, you see, that's the clock tower. And what Buster Keaton is going to do is he's going to go up into the clock tower and he's going to start sniping the brides.
Oh, so this movie's taking a turn.
Look at this. This is all shot after that giggle from the audience.
I know. And then he just went straight ahead and made these giant rocks.
Right. So the thing is, he had to get another group of 100 and something ladies.
Did you see that he ducked and went right over him?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is nuts.
Yeah. Ow, you see how it hit him? That was clearly, I mean, that would have really broken bones and messed him up.
Hey, I think this scene is funny except for Steve-O laughing in the background. You've seen the Jackass movies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you meant. He's going to get a sniper's rifle now. And he's going to go up in the tower, and he's going to start sniping the ladies.
He just jumped over a horse and then just died under a car?
Under a car, right before a train came. Now, you can see the film was sped up.
Yeah, but that's standard.
Now, here's the house in the beginning, and you can see he's not in Technicolor. He can't get free, so he takes the fence with him.
Yeah, defense. Honey, I think you're trying to fence me in. Oh, what a lousy defense.
Yeah, he was defensive there. Oh no, they're too late.
Too late. Can't fence it off.
Too late.
Oh. Oh well.
Oh well. Now she's nice. She's like, you mean, can't we just get married any old way? You know?
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't need you anymore.
Well, no, he has a good explanation. I mean, don't forget, they're about to fall into ruin. He might go to jail. And he's like, I love you too much to drag you into all of that.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's sweet of him.
Yeah, we have to get reminded that because we only saw that in one little snippet in the beginning. That's the whole premise here. He's trying to make the money to save the firm and to save himself from jail. By the way, the mom is one of those actresses I looked up, and she was in Night of the Longshoremen, Scarecrow on the Mountain. Like, you never know what it is, you know. Wait, this watch is broken. The clock tower says the real time.
Wait a minute. So is there a lawyer with them right now?
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the homely, ugly guy.
He doesn't know how time works.
He doesn't know how time works.
Oh, they're getting married anyway.
Yay.
Do you loser?
Yeah,
Will you marry this loser? I do.
I will.
Buster, will you marry this woman who'll marry a loser? Yeah.
If she'll marry me. Now look, Buster tries to kiss her every time, and she gets congratulations. He goes, no, ugly.
No, don't wipe your face.
There's our Dalmatian.
Huge dog.
Putting a period on the end of the sentence.
Da, 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 da,
Yay.
da, 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 da. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was 7 Chances. Carl, what'd you think of the movie?
I love this movie. Usually at this point I say your movie sucked, but it was good for your show. But I like this movie as it was.
I do too. I mean, obviously the humor. I mean, the humor is nothing. I've seen an offensive movie all the time. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, the timing is amazing in this film, and the stunts are nuts. He's up a tree, and a paper mache hits it, and then he falls off the tree. It's nuts.
No, but I mean, he jumped from cliff to cliff. He jumped into that tree, which was all barked up with. I mean, that would have hurt. He went under the car. You know, he crashed. He had car crashes, and I don't know. I thought this film was good, and I thought it was, I recommend watching it even without listening to our show. Unlike most of the films, Flash of the Wolf.
Fortunately, it's a silent movie, so it's the only film that works.
Right.
Full-length movie. In the public domain. Full-length movie. In the public domain.